Fun activities that we do. We have
When we get out of the house.
when we get out of the house, we have a Christmas routine of going to see whatever Star Wars film comes out at Christmas every year. So that's a Livy doesn't tend to come with us. Livy tends to stay with Grandma for that one because she's not quite into Star Wars yet. She will be, but the boys adore it. We actually went to the Tyneside Cinema for the first time at Christmas just gone, and it was obviously very different from being at the Odeon at the Metro Centre. It was a bit more cosy on the smaller screen, and it actually worked a lot better, I think, didn't it?
Yeah, Quinn.
Apart from the giant man that was sat in front of us.
It's really interesting because the cinemas do the like autism friendly show, and so the lights are up and all this, but Quinn loves the cinema, and I think it's because it's dark.
It's the same for me as well. It's you get to cut out
noisy.
Everything apart from what's in front of you and the sound, and there's no distractions from it. You can immerse yourself in it.
We went to see, Quinn will shout at me for saying this, but we went to see Cars 3 over the summer, which I thought was brilliant. And Quinn whooped at the end. You know, he loses like all sort of inhibitions. And Paddington, I mean, we were all to take away at Paddington too. We were all crying. And so the pictures...
The cinema is a big thing for us, actually.
Yeah, and it's what we've always liked.
And it's a shame it's so expensive. That's part of the thing. And
it's what we like to do.
Yeah.
We would definitely go more to the pictures.
And we... kind of not regularly, but we make excursions to the beach. We quite often go to South Shields, and I think again it's like being at the cinema. Actually, it's because obviously the beach is so enormous there, and you're never really crowded with anybody, and you can, especially if you go kind of in the spring or in the autumn when it's kind of, you know, people don't tend to go at that kind of time, and it's a bit wet and the wind's whippy and stuff, but I just had this image in my head the last time that we were there of the 5 of us standing in the water, and it was freezing cold and it was horrible, but the kids were ecstatic about it. They absolutely adored it. And
the thing with that is, I think we were talking about it, is that we can go to the seaside with no expectation. So we can sort of say this whole like sensory thing of pre-planning, where am I going, how long am I going to be there, when does it start, when does it finish, but we'll go to the beach, we'll park up, and we get to the beach, and if we're there for 10 minutes or the whole day, it does not matter. It's whatever makes you guys happy. And I think
part of it is that there's nothing to do there. Again, that expectation thing, you know, they don't have to do anything. They can they mess around in the water and the sand, and that's it. So it cuts out everything else. And again, like the cinema with the sound and stuff, the only sound you hear at the beach really is the wind and the water. And so that there's very little sensory stimulation, but what sensory stimulation you have is kind of uplifting and positive, and you feel happy when you go to the beach anyway, don't? And the wind gets in you and the fresh air, and I think that's a big plus of it. And again, like Michelle said, you know, if we're there for 10 minutes and they don't want to be there anymore, then we come home again, and it's we haven't paid out anything, there's no money, you know, apart from maybe an ice cream or something, and it's having trips and things like that. So people put so much pressure on themselves to, you know, we have to go on this. You do this, don't you? You fight with yourself all the time about this, about, you know, we have to go here at the weekend and we have to do this as a family.
Because we have to sort of be seen to put our pictures on Facebook about what we've done, and we're like, oh, we spent another weekend
peer pressure
in our pyjamas playing Uno, because we quite often play board games. When we can pull them away from their tablets, because the boys, Quinn gets quite focused. It's been Minecraft and it's Roblox and, you know, all of that sort of stuff. But when we get around the table and we play a game, invariably we just all end up giggling and laughing. Quite often it ends in chaos, but we forget about that bit, and it's the you know, the good. We play Uno, and Quinn holds his cards, and someone might help Livy, but Albie has to line all of his cards up, and before he puts his card down, he's got to look at every single one, doesn't he? So we just laugh, and we sort of create those happy memories just by being. And
again, it's like what Michelle was saying about school, and about, you know, school don't have to spend thousands of pounds to support an autistic person. There's not much, and the same thing again. You don't have to invest lots of money into something in order to make it a fun family event. You can just being together around a table, sometimes that's enough. I was going to say something else, I can't remember what it was. It's kind of, I don't want Michelle worries about, the kids are going to get to the age of 20 and they're going to look back in their childhood and we never went here and we never went there and why didn't we do this? And then we can say, well, firstly, you didn't want to do any of those things, and secondly, you were happy. And that's what I want them to look back and think, like other children went on expensive holidays to Disney World and things, but actually we were together and we were happy.
If we went to Disney World, we were joking about it, if we got a vlogging trip to Disney World. I said, it would be pointless because Kieran hates Mickey Mouse and all those people. He'd never leave the hotel. Quinn wouldn't want to do anything. He'd be too scared of all of the people. Livy just doesn't really like people and crowds, and she doesn't like princesses. So
and Albie's got no interest in Disney.
It would just be me. So our summer holiday plan is probably we are going to apply to Family Fund, which we haven't done yet, and we're going to apply to Family Fund for an English Heritage Pass and a National Trust, and we think we're just going to sort of hopefully spend the summer visiting Bamborough and Warkworth and the beaches and do sort of different.
The boys are interested in castles, and then because if it's the same principle, if it's paid for already, the money's been spent. So if you have to come home immediately after you've got there, you're not losing anything, and it's
a picnic in the grounds of a castle, and then we can come home again, and and knowing that's the thing with Quinn, knowing that we're going to this castle and we've been there before, and that it's good, and
it makes it safe for him, and that's important. It's getting him out. It's getting him. Obviously, because Quinn's got an interest in things it's following his interests, and that's another thing, and it's following Albie's interests. And Olivia's quite happy to go anywhere, really, isn't she? She's really, really quite laid back in that sense. But you go to a place like that, and then you can engage with the people that work there. So he's getting social time with people that are actually going to be giving information that he's interested in, and that's a good way of engaging autistic people.
Quinn likes to go out and try and spot other autistic people.
He does.
His first question is usually, "Are you autistic?"
If he walks in the room now, he would ask you if you were autistic. that's his first thing. That's his lead. But that's because he's really super positive about it, isn't it? But getting back to the holidays and day trips and things, it comes back to that societal expectation and not putting pressure on yourself to do stuff because society dictates that you have to do it. And why does it do that? Nobody seems to be able to answer that question, but everybody does it anyway, and it's ridiculous pressure to put on yourself. Well, maybe that's not the best thing for the child, and it
just clicked for us that we could have something that would let us have stress-free days out where the kids were comfortable with, and we could get in the car and go because it wasn't somewhere different and if we spend the whole summer going to the same castle in the same beach, it doesn't really matter where the kids are happy and they're enjoying themselves. As long as they're together and they're having a good time, that's all.
And that's the thing, and it's I talk about acceptance a lot, but acceptance isn't about stopping people from doing things and encouraging autistic people to be isolated just because they feel that they need to be, because an autistic person doesn't want to be isolated. We want to be surrounded by people that we love and care for us, but also we want to be in control of our environment. And that's so taking Quinn to places like that isn't forcing him to go out and be sociable and dragging him out anywhere. It's about enabling him in a positive way and in a way that engages him, and that's what we need. We need to be engaged. Anybody needs to be engaged.